every drift car needs sweet party lights, in my opinion. And I've had a couple different brands over the years. So today, I finally ripped out all the old stuff. A lot of the cheap ones that you use, like they use like 3M double-sided foam tape to stick to the underside of the car. But you know, when you have like a 30-year-old car, it's really hard to scrub all of that grime off to get the tape to stick. So I'm finally switching to something better, something that is a little more investment. However, I think it's going to be a way better setup. And that is this. This is from AutoLEDtech.com. I like these a lot because a couple of different things. Let me pull one of them out of the package. So, come on. Go over here and we'll compare it to one of the cheap ones. So first up, you'll notice this one is actually like rigid, whereas this is flimsy. Okay, so the reason why I like that is because this is going to be a lot better for mounting. These you end up like zip tying and double-sided tape and all that, and this is nice and rigid, so it's not going anywhere. It's not going to dingle dangle down or anything. Now, another thing I like, there's a connector right here at the light, whereas these, there is no connector. The connector is all the way over at the module where it plugs in at, so that kind of sucks for installing and removing and all that stuff. The nice thing about having the connector at the light is you can actually mount it to stuff like your side skirts. So this is where I'm going to be able to mount my underglow for the sides of the car. For the rear, I've already got it mounted, and I'll kind of show you this. So here's the rear strip mounted. And you'll notice there's these little clips over here, right here, and right there. That's how it mounts to the car. So it's pretty, you know, it holds pretty tight, but it's easy to remove and install, which makes it super fantastic. I just riveted those mounts to that square tube underneath there. I'm gonna do the same thing on my side skirts. Let me show you. I'll grab one of these clips so I can show you how it works. So that's the clip. Let's see if I can set the camera down and show you. Okay, so here's the clip, right? Here's the LED strip. It just pops right on, and then it's nice and tight. And to pull it off, just undo the release tabs, and there you go. So you can pop a little self-tapper through it if you really wanted to. I'm using rivets just because it's easy, it's simple, they're a little cleaner, especially when you get your mount on, like, you know, fiberglass or something like that. You can also do, like, you know, nut and bolt, but it's just a really tight fit, so oops, so rivets seem to work a little better. Alright, as daytime in, you can still see how bright these are. I've got them all mounted up. So you got the sides, the front. I might need to move where that's at because it's kind of hard to see because it's a little further back. And then the rear, same kind of thing in the rear. I've got it mounted kind of high up there, so it's a little hard to see on the ground. Ooh, these are the zip ties from my old ones. Here's the other side. Yeah, they're mounted down low like that. They're super bright. I'll do a little video of it at nighttime as well. One thing that I did learn is that there are two different connectors on each end of the LED light bar, whatever, and you only use one of them, and it's actually specific, so make sure you look at the installation instructions. I had mine backwards. I had them plugged into the wrong one on 2 out of 4 of them, so I had to pull them off and flip them around. The only other thing is that I'm gonna have to I have to secure the wires up a little bit better because they're not really secured well right now. Then you control them with an app, which I'm still learning how to use the app, but there's a couple of different presets here. Ooh. So like, you can use solid colors, or white is nice when you're working underneath the car, you can light it up. But each mode is different too. I kind of like this one, mode 3, because it puts a little splash of white in the middle there. And you can turn it off with the app too. Here we go at night. This is pretty bright for nighttime. Let me switch it to a different color. That's pretty cool. See the sides really, really well. The front, it's not bad. Walk around this way. Yeah. The back is pretty bright too. Cool. Cool. All right, back in the garage now because it's too dark out there. Yeah, so those are the color chasing flow series, I think, from AutoLEDtech.com. Super awesome. You know, I'm gonna see how they hold up to drifting next weekend at Rockingham Speedway. So we'll see how well those clips hang on. I might have to add a couple of zip ties or something to make sure like they got some safety tethers. But all in all, like, super happy. I think that these are like, I think that's the way to do Underglow. You know, I've had a bunch of cheap kits. This one, I think full retail is like $280 or something. So it's up there, right? Way pricier than like the $40 or $50 kits you can buy off Amazon. But I got tired of having a problem with those. The LEDs going out and dragging on the ground because the 3M tape doesn't work well. So, you know, I think it's worth the money. I think that it's worth the investment if you're trying to get something that's going to last a long time. You know, I think the things, even if you don't buy these ones, I think the things to look at in the future if you're going to buy a kit is going to be something that has connectors at the lights, something that is, you know, fairly easy to install. And I really like that the rigid clips to hold it in. I think having a rigid design versus the flexible design, I think that's where it's at. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow along, because the next video I'll be at Rockingham Speedway and you'll see how well they hold up, because I'm going to show them off to a bunch of people there, because MB Drift actually has a coupon code for those. So go to www.mbdrift.com, and then there's a driver support program. I'll have a discount code for Auto LED Tech Underglow. That's what I used, and got a little bit of a discount. So thanks.